Hi, this is PA Camping Dad, Doogie on the Hammock Forums, and I wanted to show you how I make a lid for a Imusa pot. This is 10 centimeter that I have done and will be doing. So to start with, I made a jig. And the jig, I had an old piece of laminate flooring. It's very hard stuff, and I took the Imusa and traced it and went inside that line a little bit so that the piece that I cut out would go inside the pot, just barely. So I took that and I just quickly cut it out on the bandsaw. I didn't even bother drilling a hole and doing it on the scroll saw. I just went right in and figured that little gap wouldn't matter, and it hasn't. So I ended up with this piece. It's not a perfect circle, so I made a little mark so that I can put it back and register it. So the way I make a lid now is I have scraps of the roasting pan. This is a roasting pan lid that they were throwing out at my work, and I scavenge them when there's a nice clean one. So I just take a flat piece and roughly cut it out with a pair of scissors, or you can use 10 snips if you want. Just give yourself enough room to work with. So I cut out this portion now, and this will be the lid. You can work at flattening it out some, but it seems to flatten itself out just fine. Center the disc in there. If you want, you can start to kind of crimp it around the edges, but the main thing is then I drop it into this other piece, try to get it lined up. I'll move the camera now. And you see, I just take it, put it in a vise, and squeeze it. What I found was it's rare that I get the alignment perfect to start, and I found if I just wiggle it with a little pressure on it, I can find its way into the recess. And once you get it, you can see it going in. I just give it a little pressure there. It's as deep as it'll go in my vise, so I loosen it up, flip it around, drop back on the other side, give her a good pinch. And you're left with a nice lid. Just take a pair of scissors and trim it on up. I often will kind of work my way in real close, but you don't want much overhang, so it'll still fit into your cozy. But that's just my simple. Hope I wasn't working out of the camera too much there. Very simple and easy way to make a nice fitting lid. And you can, I've played around with crimping it deeper. I actually wanted to make this one not so deep as some of my others, because when I bake my muffins, if I make them too deep, they hit the top if I have it too recessed. So I put it back down, and a nice little press there, and probably would come back and trim it a little bit more even. But that's all there is to it. And then I take a small piece of tape, fold it over as a handle. Don't have any tape right here. So this is the way I make my little handle. Piece of duct tape and fold it over in the middle. Just hold it back like that. Stick it on there. I normally like to make it a little off center so that I know which way it's going to tip. You have it right in the middle, it can tip any direction. So that's all there is to it. Of course, that folds flat when packing it, and it's a nice fitting top for it. And that's how I do it. Get out there and have fun.